my last question.
Yeah.
We've talked about Malik Yoba before.
Yes, sir. When he
People are blaming my interview to kind of setting off these chain of events. Because in my interview, that's when we first talked about transgenders and stuff like that. And
one of the main characters is Gladys Rosenberg, who's an old Jewish woman. She's a therapist. That's me. I play 2 trans characters in it. I play an old Spanish man. I play an old Italian guy. I play an old Jamaican woman. So for me, we're vessels. And the goal is to show humanity in all of its fullness. And I'm half man, half woman. My mother birthed me. I'm half of that.
Now here we are. And he did an interview with, was it The Root?
It was The Root, and the guy with the little Glee Club singing hat.
Yeah.
Mr. Sandman, take me a dream. Boom, 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 boom. You know, those old school pie hats from back in the day. He was wearing that with the beard. And he said something to Malik, and I thought Malik was going to haul off and hit this dude. Because he goes, wait, what did you say? No. You know how you get.
Well, he brought up the underage transgender.
The underage transgender, and
accusation.
And he goes, listen, man, we talked about this.
We talked for like 3 hours.
4 hours. We said we're not going to bring that shit up, and the dude brought it up.
When the guys just started testing, he said, "Hey, you're making it worse for yourself by doing this."
Ooh.
And he's like, "What?"
Right.
He was kind of fucking with him. It was it was interesting because
maybe he wanted them hits, man. That was kind of fucking low blow type shit.
And people were like, "Oh, Vlad, you would have done the same thing," and I'm like, "Nah."
Right.
When someone tells me ahead of time
I'm not
to bring
talking about
something
this.
up,
Yeah, you don't do it.
We don't talk.
Period.
About it.
We move on. And that's a fact, everybody.
Yeah.
If you don't want to talk about a subject, we move the fuck on.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. That guy, I think, was trying to make a name for himself and wanted the
pie
hits
hat
and so
guy.
forth. The pie hat guy.
Yeah.
Not what I would have done, but hey, if this is how you want to conduct your interviews.
Yeah, he snapped too. Malik was like, what the fuck? Fuck is wrong with you?
It's my life we're talking about.
Yep. And now he got a little, I don't know, is it viral?
It went viral, I think.
Yeah, it went viral. But
of course.
Yeah,
someone storming out of an interview?
He disrespected him. It wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all. You know what I mean? But
well, let me put it like this, right?
It would have been cool if Malik didn't just kept it moving, but yeah.
Well, let me put it like this. I interviewed Ugly God.
Ugly who?
Ugly God. It's a rapper.
Okay. They said Ugly Guy.
Ugly God.
Oh, Ugly God. Okay. They said Ugly Guy. Okay.
And at the end of our interview, he stormed off.
What happened?
He claimed that I was asking him these personal questions that weren't quite related to his new project, and he had a problem with it. And the interview was sort of somewhat going downhill leading up to it. You could tell he just wasn't really feeling it and so forth. The thing is, I'd interviewed him a couple of years previously, and it was like this great interview. He was a funny, charismatic guy, silly, making jokes. And I expected another one of these interviews, but he came in kind of depressed. He talked about going through depression. One point he talked about even going to Alaska by himself for a couple of weeks and just turning off all social media.
You'll get depressed even more. I've been to Alaska.
Right.
Shit.
And at the end of the interview, he stormed out. He just, well, didn't storm out, he just said, I don't want to do this anymore. He just left, right? And then he did a social media post about it, like, yo, just so y'all know, however Vlad puts this together, I walked out of that interview, you know, and Vlad's a bitch, right? And me and him talked afterwards.
Okay.
Right? Over DM. We had a little bit of a back and forth privately, but then he called me and actually apologized.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
said, you know something, man? Because I was like, yo, man, it looks like you just going through some depression type shit. Like, what you're mad at me at is over the questions I ask is what I've asked before and what I ask every time. Like, you know what I do. I didn't do anything different with you. And he came back and said, you know something, you're right, man. I've been going through a bunch of fuck shit. People I trusted turned on me, blah, blah, and I'm sorry. And I said, all right, man, apology accepted.
That.
Apology accepted. Yeah. And what I had told him when we were going through our back and forth, I said, I'm not putting out the walkout. I'm not releasing that footage. Like, it's just a bad look for everybody.
Right.
You walking out of my interview and all that type of shit makes you look bad. makes me look bad, makes everyone look bad, and I know it'll get a bunch of views, but that's just not what I do.
Right.
I'm not here to try to promote, people being upset and walking out and not, making it look like I don't respect the person who's sitting down with me, because I always do.
Of course.
I always do.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is that, like, Vlad, you would have done the same thing. No, I really wouldn't have. And I have a track record of not doing the same thing.
Yep.
Like I said, we have that clip. It's never coming out. It's buried.
Cool.
The interview ends with a certain question, then you don't see anything after that. So I don't know, man. Like, as an interviewer, yes, you will get a lot of hits and stuff like that from someone storming out.
Yeah.
But it makes your platform look bad.
It does. Because people are going to just wait for that all the time.
Yeah.
And not the interview. Like, they're going to be like, man, I want to see a chair get thrown.
Well, stop!
Hell yeah, you see Vlad again? Oh, he got kicked in the mouth.
I want to see
They
table
slapped
get
the
flipped
mic.
over.
Shit was crazy. Cameraman got punched, yo.
See the camera all fall down.
Hell yeah.